So what's up guys, Jerome Bayani here, and for today's video is all about chapter 2, all activities. So later on we're gonna tackle it one by one, so let's get going. So I bookmark all the activities needed in chapter 2, so let's get answer it. This is the first one. So instructions, select the most appropriate access method for each scenario. So this is the scenario and this is the console or the appropriate access for the methods. Number 1, you are in the equipment room with a new switch that need to be configured. I think this console. Number 2, your manager gives you a special cable and tells you to use it to configure the switch. I think this is also the part of console. You access the iOS by using another intermediary device over a network connection. This is Telnet SSH. You call your manager to tell him you cannot access your router in another city over the internet. He provides you with the information to access the router through a telephone connection. So this is AUX. So let's check it. Okay, all correct. So let's get going to another one. Encrypt password. So configure password encryption. Enter the command to encrypt the plaintext password which so this on the global exec mode and just type service password and encryption. Oh, I forgot the dash. So this code will encrypt your password in your computer or in your console. So exit global configuration mode and view the running configuration. So just type exit. So in privilege exec mode, just type show running config. Oops, I forgot the dash. Show running dash config. Okay, so we can see in here, so the password is encrypted. So we're done here. Let's get going to the next one. Syntax checker. So limit access to a switch. Encrypt all passwords. Secure the privilege access. Secure the console access. Secure the BTY access. So in here, first one is to encrypt all passwords. So just type service password encryption. Oops, I forgot the dash. So secure the privilege exec access with the password CLA55. So type enable secret CLA55. So secure the console line, use the password Cisco, allow login. So to go to the console line, just type line console 0. So type the indicated text. So password Cisco +1 type login. So secure the first 16-bit wide line. Use the password Cisco. Allow login again. So type uh, line bty 015. What? Oops, it's O. Sorry. Line bty 015. So type the password Cisco. Oops. And the last one is type login. So you have successfully limited access to a switch. So we're done here. Let's go on now to the next one. Syntax checker. Configure a switch virtual interface. Enter interface configuration mode for VLAN 1. Configure the IPv4 address as 192.168.10.2 and the subnet mask as 255.255.255.0. Enable the interface. So we are in the global exec mode, so just type interface VLAN 1. So that type the IP address 192.168.10.2 and the submask of 255.255.255.0. So the last one is no shutdown to enable the interface. So link 5 change interface VLAN 1 change state to up switch config if. So you have successfully configured the switch virtual interface for VLAN 1. So we're done here. Let's go on now to the next. Configure the host name. So in here, enter the configuration mode and configuration the switch host name to be SW floor 1. So we are now at the privilege exec mode. So go to global exec mode. So just type configure terminal or configure T, config T. So just type host name. The other activity is this, and it is entitled it is just an operating system. So the objective here is describe the command structure of Cisco IIS software. The background scenario is imagine that you are employed as an engineer for a car manufacturer company. The company is currently working on a new car model, so this model will have selected function which can be controlled by the driver giving a specific voice command. You have designed a set of commands used by the voice-activated control system. Some of functions of the car that can be controlled by voice command are light, wipers, radio, telephone set, air conditioning, ignition. So your task is to devise a simple set of spoken command that will be used to control this system and identify how they are going to be executed. So required resources are paper and pencil or pen or computers. Reflection, how can devising a set of voice commands assist in operating a vehicle? How could this same command be used on computer or network operating system? So if I employed as an engineer for a car manufacturer company and have a task to work on a new car that having a special function of voice command to activate the light, wipers, radio, telephone set, air conditioning, or ignition the vehicle. So I would set those command initials, like initials of light, wipers, radio, telephone set, air conditioning, or ignition that vehicle. So for example is light. So if I activated that light, so I would choose lights on or off, or can be L light or on. Light on or light off. So that's it. And for the um, wipers on or off, or initials W on or W off. In radio, so in this part, I would give um, radio on, radio off, or R on, R off. So just like the other parts. And also in telephone set, or in air conditioning or ignition to vehicle, so I would give initial only to activate or to functions that parts of a vehicle. So that's all. So another activity is designing a communication system. Objective: explain the role of protocol and standard organization in facilitating interoperability in network communication. Background scenario: you have just purchased a new automobile for your personal use. After driving the car for a week or so, you find that it is not working correctly. Discussing the problem with several of your peers, you decide to take it to an automotive repair facility that they highly recommend. It is the only repair facility located in close proximity. When you arrive at the repair facility, you find that all the mechanics speak another language. You are having difficulty explaining the automobile's performance problem, but the repair really need to be done. You are not sure you can drive it back home to research other options. You must find a way to work with the repair facility to ensure your automobile speaks correctly. How will you communicate with the mechanics? Design a communication model to ensure that the car is properly repaired. Reflection: what step you identify as important to communicating your repair request? Justify your answer. So for me, um, I will call the first. I will call the company that I buy that automobile and ask that if there are people there that speak the that speak languages just like just like the speaking way of the mechanics in the repair facility so that I can get info on how to communicate with them. So second option is I will call a friend that speak their languages and ask for a help, and if I have, well, it's great. So that's all the option I can take to ensure my automobile is fixed correctly. Well, the other activity is designing a communication system. So the objective is explain the role of protocols and standard organization in facilitating interoperability in network communication. Background scenario: you have just purchased a new automobile for your personal use. After driving the car for a week or so, you find that it is not working correctly. Discussing the problem with several of your peers, you decide to take it to an automotive repair facility that they highly recommend. It is the only repair facility located in close proximity. When you arrive at the repair facility, you find that all the mechanics speak another language. You are having difficulty explaining the automobile performance problem, but the repair really need to be done. You are not sure you can drive it back home to research other options. You will find a way to work with the repair facility to ensure your automobile speaks correctly. How will you communicate with the mechanics? Design a communication model to ensure that the car is properly repaired. So, my first option is to call the company where I bought the automobile and ask them if there is an employee there that speak language related to the mechanic language on the repair facility, and if there was, well, that's great. I will get his or her phone number and contact his or her to translate what I've says to the mechanics to ensure my car is properly repaired. Well, if not, I will call my relevant that speak their languages. So that's all my option, and that's it. So that's all the activity in chapter 2 in Cisco or in NetAcad. So thanks for watching. See ya.